Hi, Kinder. Thank you for joining me today for math. So, this week in math class, we are going to learn the different ways to count to 5. Yeah. And these 9 weeks that you're with us, we are going to learn the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's right, we're going to become number experts of those numbers so that we can lock them away in our brain. They become a part of us, and then we can continue on to those bigger numbers. Now, a way to make sure that when you count your numbers that they're in order is by using a special math tool. And today we're going to use this math tool and you're actually going to help me. That's right. So behind me here, I have something called a number line. Can you say that with me? Number line. Good job. By using the number line, we are going to be able to keep our numbers in correct order. The direction that the number line is going is right here showing us this arrow. It's showing us a direction. And it's very special because when we see the direction on the number line, we know that our numbers need to be in that particular order. Our numbers cannot be mixed up. They cannot be all jumbled together. They have to be in the correct order. Small to largest in the direction of the arrow. Yeah. And you're going to help me add these numbers because right now, my number line looks a little bit lonely. Yeah, I'm missing some numbers. Can you help me with that today? Yes. Thank you so much for helping me. So, first, as I mentioned earlier on the number line, we have to start with the smallest number. And friends, I know that we tend to think of number 1 as the first and smallest number we start with, but I want you to focus on starting to use the number 0. Yeah. Some people think that we actually start with the number 1, but in reality, we start with the number 0. Always start with the smallest number. Now, 0 is a number, and I want you to remember that in your brain, okay? So if we start with the smallest number, and 0 is the smallest number, we put this in the first position. So there's my number 0. So if I have my number line and I start with 0, which number comes next, friends? That's right, 1. And so I have my number 1, and I'm going to put it right here because it's next in order on the number line. So let's count. Ready? 0, 1. What comes next? When we count our numbers, it's 0, 1, 2. Great job, 2. So I'm going to take my number 2 and I'm going to place it right here next on my number line. You ready? 0, 1, 2. What comes here? 3. Good job, 3. And there's number 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're absolutely right, 4. And there's my 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And my number line is now complete with my numbers 0 to 5 in order. Now, friends, do you notice something about my number line? It's going from 0 all the way to 5. So it goes from smaller number to a larger number in this direction. Yeah, every next number is one more bigger than the next one. I want you to look at our number line. Can you tell me which one is the biggest number that we have? Yeah, you're right. It's 5. It's the largest number on our number line. So, what's the smallest number? Is it 4? No. There's smaller numbers. Is it 2? No. We actually have to go all the way back to the beginning of the number line to find the smallest number. So the smallest number in our number line is 0. You also notice on my number line, it has an arrow. Now this arrow not only tells us the direction in which the number line is growing, but it tells us that we can keep going. Yeah, I could keep adding numbers. If I made my number line long enough, I could keep adding and keep counting all the numbers that I know. So, I want to tell you something else that's really special about number lines. Friends, number lines can also go in this direction. Yeah, this is something we called forward. Can you say forward? Forward. Yeah, forward. So number lines can also go in a different direction. Number lines can also go backward. Can you do that with me? Backward. Yeah. And just like you count forward on a number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can also count the numbers backwards. Are you ready to count the numbers backwards with Miss Orozco and help me add them to my number line? Okay, ready? We start here and we start with, you're right, 5. What comes next, friends? 4. Can you help me with the next one? You got it. 3. And what comes next after 3 if we're counting backwards? Backwards. You're right. 2. And then? 1. And finally, if we're counting backward, which one comes before 1? You're right. 0 does. So now this arrow is pointing backward. So it's telling me that I have to start here and count in this direction because the arrow tells us which direction to count. I love number lines because they allow me to count forward, just like we did up here, and backward, just like you helped me count down here. So friends, today your activity is to do exactly what we just did together. You're going to download the pages onto your iPad and you're just going to move around the numbers into the correct place on the number line. And remember, we're working with numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're going to work with a number line going in each direction, forward and backward. Happy counting! Bye!